You're listening to For the Record. I'm Vinny Kiss. Sat here with me is Rikaz Niaz, the man with the beautiful fringe.
Hello.
And over there is Saul Peck, the man with by far the best teeth in the room.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. It's bloody
nice
hell.
to be back.
It's been a long time since we've done this. And what have we learnt through the course of that time? I mean, Saul, you haven't been here for like over half a year.
It's crazy.
Jake's passed his driving test.
Yes. Yeah. Well done, Jake.
And then he died.
Yep. Oh,
He's sick.
He's not with us, sadly. Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, that's a bit bleak.
Yeah, it's
No,
very
he didn't
bleak.
die. He's just very ill, and
He's
that's why
very
he's
ill.
replaced. That's why Saul's replaced
He's
him.
very
Otherwise, we have
ill.
Jake, because Saul, you're second best.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. So what was the last film you watched, Vinny?
I don't know. Let me think about that. I mean, there are so many films to choose. You know, I'll let you talk about it, Rikaz, because obviously you're very passionate about one certain film.
I've been watching Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
No.
What's
If
the
we're going
one?
to talk about that, obviously we need to speak about Parasite, one of the greatest films that came out
Amazing.
last year.
Yeah.
It's such a stepping stone for international films
Yeah.
in a whole. It was great to see the Academy Awards actually accepting that film is not just like kind of Western type of
Yeah.
it is universal to every language, country, and
Yeah.
it opened up the fact that a lot of audience members didn't know what Parasite was until the Academy Awards.
It was a big night for my guy Bong Joon-ho.
Yeah,
Took
that-
home
I don't know
about
if you
4
saw that
Oscars.
video when he just picked up the Oscars.
2
and
Oscars started.
he's
like,
behind behind the person talking to the audience,
and he's just looking at it. He's like
he's
a little kid.
He looks
he's-
like I've accomplished this.
Yeah, it's like every filmmaker's dream just to
Yeah.
look at that fucking golden trophy.
The last film I saw in the cinema was The Gentleman, which honestly
Yeah,
I
so-
really enjoyed because it's just Guy Ritchie being Guy Ritchie, and I feel when he makes these kind of smaller like gangster films,
Yeah.
like British gangster films, that's what he's good at rather than stuff like Aladdin.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. Do you think about UK films as a whole, right?
Mm.
We don't have a kind of like the American type of industry has this like what do you call it, Scorsese with
Yeah.
Casino, Godfather. Or
Yeah.
not obviously not Scorsese.
Tarantino.
I'm just saying overall they
Yeah,
have this
yeah.
gangster lifestyle, but in the
Yeah.
UK you don't get that. Like there are famous like
Yeah.
like
stories,
Cray twins,
the
and
Cray
everything
twins
like
and stuff
that.
like that.
A lot of
But-
people were unhappy with how. I think the younguns who never knew what the Cray twins were, they kind of accepted Legend. You know, the film
Legend, yeah, that was good. The Tom
Yeah.
Hardy as
but,
acting was
but
really
that's
good.
because you probably don't know that much about the
Yeah,
Cray twins.
yeah.
But people who were alive during that time, they sort of were unhappy with how they portrayed the Cray twins because they made them out to be stupid people.
Yeah,
They made them
yeah.
out- And that's why it didn't do very well because obviously. Yeah.
I only knew the creators not because of Through Legend, was through a TV show called Whitechapel during ITV.
Oh yeah, I've heard of.
And it was the story is like bringing back famous killers
Mm.
and people are they're copycat killers.
Yeah.
And there was this kind of information about the Cray twins. When you think about what they fucking done, it was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
The mafia in America, the only reason why they didn't take over London was the Crays.
Yeah.
And you
I
think
mean,
about that two
No,
guys.
because they had like
Fucking
such
sick.
like reach and power.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
the police were in on it as
Yeah,
well. So they were
exactly, yeah.
completely- You know, they could do what the fuck they
Yeah,
want.
no,
like-
but like with this film, The Gentleman, it was just so entertaining and so well done, and it's just that's what Guy Ritchie, that's what he needs to do.
Yeah, why did he do Aladdin? He's
No,
doing Aladdin 2 as well.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. But wait, let me go back to why are you watching Gordon Ramsay's? What?
I don't
Yeah,
know,
why
it's
Kitchen
just
Night?
like,
No, Hell's Kitchen, sorry,
I've
not
got
Kitchen
fed
Night,
up
it
of
was-
fucking scripted bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like nowadays I can watch like a reality TV show and I know what's going to end up with.
Mm.
And nowadays even reality TV shows are just getting like they're getting the same story arc, like these two characters arguing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
With Hell's Kitchen, I think it's more to do with actual real people trying to compete, and they could be really annoying pieces of shit, but they're really good cooks. I was watching MasterChef like season 2. I don't know if people watch the US version. There was a guy called Christian in it, and he was a fucking dickhead. He was just like, my everything's good. Everything he makes, he says, it's good.
Yeah.
Even the chef's like, why do you think you're the best? I am the best. There's no one else here that can be compared to me. I will win this competition.
But I don't understand why they call up Gordon Ramsay then if they think their food's so good. Obviously, they must know that there's an issue.
Yeah.
Like, even when he comes for their the style of the restaurant, he says, even the fucking, like, there's mold in the corner of this room.
Exactly,
You really
like
think
he
anyone's
critiques
gonna
every
be like,
little.
I think it looks
Yeah.
fine. It looks fine.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh god, but these people like on Kitchen Nightmares, they're so bloody deluded.
Yeah,
Like they say,
in
the
denial.
food is 10 out of 10, and the customer, they're wrong. When they don't know the mantra of the customer is always right.
I love it how you became Tommy Wiseau and like, and the food
Yeah.
is 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
No,
my
10
food
out of
good.
10. The food good.
Yeah, they're always in so much denial as
Yeah.
well. Like so, but sometimes I think, come on, the producers must kind of egg them on to
Yeah,
come across
I mean, a
like
little
this.
bit, yeah.
Otherwise, like, seriously, why would they call fucking Gordon Ramsay up if they don't think they've got an issue?
Exactly.
And then there was one time where he was like, I can't remember what he did. He was like, there was this customer
Yeah.
who was like, oh, this food's really cold, and then so he gave, so she sent it back to the kitchen, and then he brought it back, and she was like, I can tell this is microwaved. And he did microwave it. He just bunged it into the microwave and then brought it back. And he got really pissed off. He was like, "It's not microwaved."
Oh yeah, I
You don't know
think
any-"
I've seen that one
Yeah.
because he was pissed off at him. He just shoves it in the microwave.
Yeah.
I watched the episode where it's like pizza, and then he holds
Yeah.
the pizza like this, and it's fucking dripping with
Yeah.
oil.
Yeah, wait, is
So
no,
disgusting.
is that the one with the old man who's
Yeah,
like, I had
yeah,
the
yeah.
best pizza? Yeah, no, he kind of sounds a bit like Tommy was.
But I'm not being funny. I would
Mad-
still eat that pizza. I thought that.
No, but it looks so fucking disgusting. No, and I love how he always gets the waiters or the waitresses to like feel the food. He goes, "That's
Yeah.
disgusting."
And
Thank you,
they
darling."
agree with the waiters, like,
Yeah.
fucking disgusting. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
like, you're
And
gonna
if-
lose your job
and if
after
it's a
the show.
girl-
You know that, right?
Yeah.
And if it's go, he always goes, "Thank you, darling."
There was
But-
this. Like, I was
yeah,
watching
sure.
this YouTube video where there's these guys like opinionating on like all the restaurants that
Yeah.
after Hell's Kitchen, right? He
Yeah.
goes to a restaurant to have like a what happened after,
Yeah.
and majority of the waiters who said, "Oh, it's really disgusting. It was absolute shit."
Yeah.
If they weren't a part of the family,
Yeah.
they left suddenly after 3 months for
Yeah.
health reasons, or
Yeah.
it was just they're remodifying. The reason was
Yeah.
you talk shit about the
Yeah, yeah,
restaurant you're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but speaking of Tommy Wiseau, we all went to
Yeah.
watch The Room.
Yeah.
We
Well,
did.
When was that? That was like
A month ago.
A month
Fucking
ago
hell,
now.
that was an experience.
Yeah,
Actually
get to see
seeing
Yeah.
him firsthand, like, bloody hell, that was weird.
Yeah.
Because we just walked into the cinema, we were like, okay, we might see him. He was
Yeah.
right there, just taking pictures.
With everyone.
He was as stupid as you. Well, he sounded as brain dead as you imagined him. Yeah.
Me? Are you,
No.
are you mad?
And like the experience of watching him is kind of the same as the experience of meeting him. It's just so bizarre.
'Cause
Yeah.
I
He's like,
really-
okay, we all take picture now.
I really thought they exaggerated the way he was as a character, and like you see these videos and like the behind the scenes of disaster artists, he acted like a lunatic, and he thought, nah, this is all just for the money. He's just doing it alongside. When I got to meet him,
Yeah.
he's crazy.
Yeah.
He's literally like
He doesn't know what he's doing.
he literally doesn't know what he's doing. Like this
Yeah.
girl asked about, oh, what's your favorite princess to Tommy Wiseau, and he goes, what? And she asked,
I don't know this. Next question.
She says it, repeats it 3-4 fucking times, where the whole
Yeah.
audience like knows what the question is. Right? He just goes, what? Next question.
Which Disney princess do you most identify with?
One more time.
Which Disney princess do you most identify with?
Princess?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever you say, we accept it. Move on.
Why doesn't he understand the question?
Yeah,
It's a very
yeah,
simple
yeah.
question. Fucking hell, that's weird. So, Love Island is finished as well. What do
Yeah,
you think of
finally.
Love Island?
I don't
Obviously.
watch that. I don't
Um,
What? Yeah, you do. Come on, you.
I mean-
I watch bits and stuff on
No,
Instagram.
yeah, no, it's
but
the
I
same with me. Like, I haven't really been keeping up with it, but I'm aware of who the winners were.
No,
Like,
the concept of Love
Yeah.
Island, I get it. Okay, it's just like people coupling
So
up and
it's,
stuff like.
what it was,
Yeah.
it's
But
basically
no.
just a load of models
yeah.
thrown on an island. That's
Yeah,
not
models.
Actually,
No, but-
not actually
No,
an
and
island.
even though I haven't been watching every episode, I'm surprised Shanice and Luke T didn't win because they seem like quite a strong
Yeah.
duo.
Like nowadays, because like the people who are now going into Love Island automatically accept that they're gonna be famous and they're gonna get interviews, they're gonna get endorsements, so they come in there to become these best friends with these people.
Yeah.
So during when Chris and Kem were in it, right? That's when I think Love Island was at the peak, where
Yeah.
they didn't really know what it was, and afterwards they got influenced. Apparently, you win like around 50k, or was it 50k,
Yeah.
right? But when they get £1 million in pounds
Yeah.
endorsement and stuff like that. They'll
It's
be earning
ridiculous
that.
the amount of money they earn.
get all the
So-
money back. The
No.
50k is just nothing,
Yeah,
really.
Can
no, because after leaving the villa, these people they own so much. They get management. They get
Do you remember
deals.
the last series, the first guy who left?
No.
He basically gave up his job because he told basically his job like, fuck off, I'm gonna be a rich guy now
Mm.
because he's gonna be in the show. He stayed
Shit.
stood there for two episodes and then left. And then he came out, and then he asked for his job if he didn't get his job anyways,
Yeah.
because he risked it all on that.
Yeah,
But do you think they deserve the endorsements that they get? Do you
I
think
mean,
they,
not
they
Not
not
deserve
really,
it?
no,
Not
because what do
come
they
on.
do?
Well, seriously,
Yeah,
like
they're just normal people,
No.
really, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're just, everyone goes about these lives. Everyone has relationships.
Yeah.
sometimes I see them on Snapchat promoting like these fake AirPods. Do you see
Yeah.
them? Like,
really?
yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, I got these AirPods to review, and I get to
yeah.
keep
I
them.
saw that. Yeah,
Fucking-
but it's
I don't know.
crazy. I mean, to be honest, when I said the models, that they are genuinely models. The guys especially, they have to apply a year before, because you're right. So
Yeah.
you just said, you got the coronavirus.
Oh,
Oh, I
fuck
sh- I
off!
shouldn't
No,
really
just a
mention
little.
that.
Sorry,
leaving.
people, just a
Right,
little
I'm
cold.
safe. I'm
Right,
joking.
so just confirm you don't have the coronavirus.
I don't have the coronavirus.
How
as
do you
of now.
know?
I
Are we
don't-
all gonna? Okay.
This is the last time we do this podcast.
Oh,
I'm
we're all
joking.
just fucking dead.
At this rate, yeah.
What was I going to say? Yeah, so you have to apply a year beforehand, because the guys actually go through a year worth of like training, physical body training, because they can't accept
Wow, I
someone
never knew
who's just like fat, or they have like a puny
Yeah.
normal body.
That would be kind of cool, having like an average guy in London.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
fucking.
But-
I
and
would
then
have watched
I
it.
think
just
about
for
it, and I'm like we're at some extent we're like, this is horrible, shitty, shallow shit, because they're always
They're always perfect in a sense. They're
Yeah.
perfect.
yeah, like they have beautiful white teeth. They're golden brown. They have lovely.
To be
hair,
honest, yeah. If I went on there, I would just be chilling in the pool half the time. I don't
Exactly.
even give a fuck.
No, you'd get a free
It's
holiday.
a free holiday, man. They
Yeah.
apparently they feed you like they give you like really good dinners. They
Yeah.
give you everything. They give you fucking whatever you want in a sense.
Yeah.
And
You get paid for that, right?
And then you could just be a character that could pretend like, I just don't have any luck, and then people would love you
Yeah.
because for some reason
Yeah.
the girls
No,
really like the
it's
guys.
like that fucking. Do you remember Anton last
Mm.
year?
Yeah,
He was like,
yeah.
I don't have any. No, at the beginning he goes, I was kicked out of my house for shagging so many girls, and he's like, I don't have any luck. Bullshit.
Yeah, you don't. Of course, you have fucking
Yeah.
luck. Look at you. It's just you
No,
haven't had
but
the best-
they get paid like 150 quid a week.
I know, man.
Do you fuck?
Yeah.
Spend a holiday.
Yeah, they're getting paid for
How
getting
is that
a lovely,
fair?
luxurious.
It's just
No,
so.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
I think, in a sense, they do have some kind of job, obviously, because
But
they
what
have
job?
to.
What the fuck?
No. I think
what do they
Kem
do?
was a hairdresser or
Yeah,
like,
that's what-
like he was a barber.
No, but I mean,
Yeah.
like
when he was there.
most of them, after they come out of the villa, they get all this money, all these
Influence, they
endorsements.
just start-
What do they do? For what?
Some
Just
of
their
them,
brand.
some of them do interview. They become presenters in
Yeah.
a sense.
Yeah.
They start doing
in a
interviews.
way, yeah.
and stuff like that for
but why
brands.
are they allowed that opportunity when other
'Cause
people
they're
aren't? Just because.
Because
you
I
know.
think
Because
we're in a
it
day and
gives them
age
a
where
pla-
you're an influencer. It's like before, right? They had the TV to advertise products, right? Now we have these people who have a following of 1 million followers,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So brand, instead of putting millions of dollars into this 30-second advert, they can give 10% of that to someone to post like 5 videos
Yeah.
of saying buy this, buy this, buy this, and it will create a
Yeah.
reaction.
There was another thing where there's like it was like leaked security footage of Big Brother, which is a similar kind of thing to Love
Yeah.
Island, where it's like reality TV.
Yeah.
And basically, there's this video of these people who are they're in the house. They all go to sleep. They say good night, Big Brother, and then the lights switch back on, and then it's basically just Big Brother's voice saying, "Okay, guys, we have a big day tomorrow." And it was just like it made us realize, like, oh shit, it is kind of staged. And I think that is the same kind of thing that goes on with Love Island.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
producers, like you get this feeling that they are untouched by the producers and that they don't speak
Yeah.
to anyone else. That's bullshit.
No.
Like you even see sometimes in the background of conversations,
Yeah.
people like they're on their phone looking on
Yeah.
Twitter. Or you can
Yeah.
see on their Instagram,
No,
they're always
and-
posting on Instagram.
Yeah, no, but like
Yeah.
apparently the producers they'll tell them, "Oh, go over there, because they want drama."
Yeah.
The show is nothing without drama, and in some respects, that's why some people might not have liked this winter one, because that's why they want drama.
Yeah.
That reminds me
Yeah.
of, do you remember we had that
Yeah, I know.
masterclass where this guy who basically worked on The Apprentice, and then he used
Yeah.
to say
Yeah.
that he used to embed like sly information,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
agreeing. So like say if like we were in 2 teams, right, and then we had a little clash,
Mm.
but we didn't speak about it again. The production crew, what would they do is trying to
Yeah.
inflame it. They're like, you were right, man.
Oh,
Look,
yeah,
that
they'd be
Vinny
like-
was a dickhead. You should, you should
Yeah.
fucking destroy him.
You can take
Are you
that.
gonna take that? And then they agree with it, and they
Yeah.
and then apparently in Come Dine With You,
Yeah.
Come Dine With Me, where that famous video is like,
Oh my god, that guy.
I hope you're happy. Get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah,
You know that guy. Apparently, the production team
Yeah, it was
made it happen.
orchestrated, yeah.
Orchestrated. It was all
Yeah.
basically they
No,
engulfed
no, but
it.
it's so funny when he goes, "What a sad little
Yeah,
life you have.
yeah.
Take the money, get out of
But
my
it,
kitchen."
it was kind of smart the way they do it. They don't just say, "Okay, go shout at him."
Yeah.
It's like, I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
giving them
So-
the balls.
Then again,
emotionally.
and also the way they edit it.
Yeah, it's quite
So-
depressing, really, when you think a lot of the shit you watch on TV that you think is reality
It's not.
is really not. That's why they put the word
Reality
reality
TV.
behind it, because
But
it's so not.
No, they do say structured reality, so they're
Yeah,
not
it's
hiding
structured
it.
reality,
Yeah.
but it's like it's so high definition.
Yeah.
Like the way it's filmed, right? You always
Yeah.
might think, how the fuck are they behaving like this with 2 cameras? There?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I mean. No, because the thing is, shows like Made in Chelsea, it's very cinematic the
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
it's shot.
It's like they
It's weird. It's a
embed
weird thing.
drama.
Yeah.
I think a couple of the arguments are genuine. Some
Yeah,
of the
I do,
arguments,
yeah.
but like a lot of it is obviously the
I
producers.
think
Yeah, yeah.
the
Egged
people,
on,
the
yeah.
people
Yeah.
who go into Love Island just give up basically their privacy.
Yeah, but how do we feel about I'm a Celebrity?
I'm a Celebrity
and
is
where do you stand
dying.
on
It's,
that?
it's,
I
it's
think it's
too. It's not changing. It's exactly the
exactly
same.
the
They
same.
have
No,
the
it's
same
not-
kind of
not
push up and trials.
changing.
Yeah.
They're not creating drama.
Yeah.
There's no arguments anymore. Everyone's just like, we're here, we're enjoying it, we're a family.
Yeah.
I've lost so much weight.
No, and
Yeah.
I think they thought,
Yeah, exactly,
I think,
basically. Oh my god,
Yeah,
she's lost
and
so much weight.
And I think they thought they'd inject a bit of drama to it when they
Yeah.
when they secured a Caitlyn Jenner, because that's a big thing for them. Yeah.
But that's the only thing. That's another thing why people really don't. They see it as cheap is because they're hardly celebrities. There's someone
Yeah.
who cropped up on a reality TV show.
Yeah.
There's someone who
think
starred in Emmerdale.
Yeah.
Or something
The
like that
only
one
way
day.
you can stay on, keep it, is just to
Yeah.
have this kind of
Yeah.
personality that you cannot
Yeah,
break.
no,
Yeah.
it
break
is about
out
yeah, but I don't like when some of these like reality stars like talk about, oh, I love doing my job, it's so hard. Like, what the fuck do you do?
Yeah. Well, there are some people who just have fame taken from their relatives
Yeah.
as well, which is something that I really hate, because especially when
What,
they get
what
praised.
kind of relying
Yeah.
on them,
or when their
siblings.
audience acts as though they've made this a massive accomplishment just because they have an Instagram page where they pose and stuff like
Yeah.
that and show their tits and that. That's not
Yeah.
an
Yeah.
accomplishment.
Wait,
saw
wait,
that
what
as
do you
well.
mean family? Do you mean they rely on their family?
Yeah,
success?
like their family's already rich. They
Yeah.
already
No,
have a complete.
No, it's,
then
it's
you
like the
could talk about
Kardashians.
Kardashian.
Yeah.
They say Kylie Jenner is a self-made billionaire.
Yeah.
Bro. So
no.
that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
There's-
Your whole family was rich before
Yeah.
you were born.
It's not even the people; it's the audience who go
Yeah.
who treat them as though they really deserve the fame
Yeah.
that they're getting.
Like, oh,
Where
they work
really-
so hard.
What are they even doing? What are they doing? They're stirring a little bit drama and they're showing their ass to the world. Well done.
Wait.
Get off your fucking
so,
phone, you
man, you
cunt!
fucking bastard.
You
Okay.
bastard.
On another subject.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
Thailand.
Yep. Thailand.
What about Thailand?
Basically, we're going to Thailand in June, and
Mm.
basically January
Yeah.
happened where
The coronavirus. Yeah.
basically
the fuck happened?
Yeah,
man?
yeah,
Coronavirus
fucking I
What,
don't
what actually has it derived from? A snake?
yeah, it was basically a bat that had the virus,
bat.
which snakes ate, and then it was a Chinese delicacy that where people start eating it. But
Okay.
now they're saying it was genetically done in a hospital or a lab near
Fucking hell,
Wuhan.
that's
So
a question- that's
there's
just
too many
opening a can of beans,
too many.
Jesus
Let's
Christ.
just not get into that. But basically, it's just a fact that obviously we have called up the travel agency, and they're like, until the foreign office say
Mm.
no, you can't go.
Yeah.
We're gonna go. So
Exactly.
hopefully in
We're gonna risk
like
death.
yeah in the future there'll be a video about how we went through
Yeah.
Thailand and how we
And we
experienced
survived.
it.
But
How
if
we
you look
been
at a
sent
map,
through. Yeah,
you can see how many places are affected by coronavirus.
it's just a
And there are
lot.
so many places that you'd be better off. It'd be quicker to point out the ones that haven't been affected, because basically the whole
Yeah.
world has been affected. And so it's the question of should you go about your life just worried all the time whether or not you're gonna get affected? You can always just put your hand over your mouth, like cover your mouth, or
Yeah.
you're walking past someone who's coughing. Like there's no point getting so worried. There are people who need to get to work, and there are people who need to travel.
Exactly.
Especially when they need to use the tube as well.
Yeah.
You're basically going out there every time, risking your health.
I think the only way it would have stopped if there were no cases here and there was a lot of cases in Thailand, then we would have thought about
Yeah.
it, because there's already enough cases here.
We're
It's like,
risking it right now, being sat next to Saul. We don't know
Yeah.
what the
Yeah,
fuck
Saul
Saul's
probably
doing.
has
Yeah,
it.
I'm
Fuck it.
sorry.
You
everyone.
might have
Yeah.
it, man. It might even transmit through the microphone and affect our
Maybe.
our viewers.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah,
What can
but
I do?
I want to talk about this, all right? Because it is a big question. Do we think it was government created? Because obviously
Who
it's
knows?
something that's come from China.
I think it's governmentally created, because China is always kind of that country where it's been like always shut off.
Yeah.
It has its own personal internet, or it has personal companies that do. They're involved in everything else around the world, but there's no news coming out of China where like a lot of that shit that happens in China stays in China.
Mm.
Like literally, we don't know what actually happens in there. And America has always been like China's planning something, and they've always been like that conspiracy type of thing. But UK, in a sense, we need China for a lot of like economic growth, so we have a lot of connections to it.
Yeah.
But now they're realizing, obviously, China is one of the biggest like tourism place. A lot of movies do their premieres. Like,
why would they try and ruin kill the fucking population? Because
it's
what's a
overpopulated.
fucking horrible thought? Who the fuck is the government?
I don't know, but I feel like this thing. A lot of people have recovered from it, and the media's not showing that.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's over been 56,000 people have recovered from it.
Yeah.
So
and only 3,000 have died, which obviously
it's still bad.
It's still bad, but like
it's
you know,
not. It's still like anyway. I think one person has died in the UK. I can't say that. I've heard.
Speaking of the government, I saw an article from the BBC, and apparently the British government, they're withholding kind of the daily updates, and they're going to do it by week. And I don't think that's good because people they're not informing the public how to act.
Did they say why they're doing that? What's the thought behind that?
Because they don't want to create widespread panic. But
so
people
if they're even saying that already, people are going to get. So you're not telling us information because it's going to make it worse.
I mean,
obviously.
in a way, withholding information just worries people even more.
Exactly,
because it makes you think.
And
are you fucking?
And it's already affected other industries, like for example, the James Bond film that's been delayed till November.
I think it was delayed because China is one of the biggest.
That's the thing. It was a financial. That was a financial decision.
It's smart. It's smart.
Yeah,
I would
it is
agree.
smart. Yeah,
they want to earn money.
Why exactly are they doing that?
Because China is one of the biggest film industry
like
places,
markets
to go there. So a lot of movies premiere.
So no one was going to go in the
theaters.
theaters.
Exactly. Yeah.
So because of the coronavirus, there'll be less viewers, but also it would be difficult for obviously Chinese people will go there to watch it, and it is the biggest market for them.
Yeah.
Do you know that China got Rowan Atkinson right to do Mr. Bean? Rowan Atkinson. Rowan Atkinson. Yeah. Mr. Bean to do a live Mr. Bean portrayal, right? He even said, right, on an interview, I will never do Mr. Bean because Mr. Bean was good in this certain era.
Dead.
And they paid him around, I don't know, 50 mil or something to do it.
Oh, come on. 50 mil? Wait, why exactly did they do that?
I don't know, because there's this hype of, I don't know, Mr. Bean is such a big deal probably over there.
But like Rowan Atkinson, he wants to get away from it, you know, he's so associated.
That's why it was so international, because he doesn't speak, so anyone can watch it.
Silent comedy.
It's silent comedy, but the thing is, right, I hate the fact that people say, the no money in the world will ever change me. 50 mil will.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I like the way he shows that. There's a humility there. But can I say, that's a great lead to this ethical conundrum, actually. I asked it before, but I just want to go over it again to hear your thoughts. So say if you found it, you discovered a room, and you entered the room and there was a button there, and if you have the choice to press this button, and if you press it, coronavirus is gone straight away, along with everything else. So not just coronavirus, cancer, illness, just normal colds, everything, like disease, famine, everything. You can press that button, but that would mean that all technology will then stop. So any technological advancements will now stop. So, space technology, everything like that, completely finished.
Yeah, and what does the second?
So you're saying
second button do?
End suffering or continue. The future.
The problem is, and I remember,
I
remember, but then we were having a conversation the other day. This was a kind of another ethical debate.
Yeah.
Like, because I think we were talking about how in some ways, like you kind of, in some cases, you need a disease to kind of cull the population.
Fucking hell.
No, but like that's what you remember. You were talking about that. Not in the case of the coronavirus,
and
but
then
you're
I
like,
hear that the world is big enough. Like if you
like you need to sustain life.
Resources, because
that's what I mean, to sustain life.
But you know the Grand.
I don't know, but
the Grand Canyon.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You know the Grand Canyon. If you got everyone and put it in the Grand Canyon, it wouldn't fill it up.
Yeah. No, but then you hear this whole thing that they could, the government or whoever, they could, take everyone and send them to the moon. Would that even fucking work? We can live on the moon.
The thing is, at this point, global warming isn't going to happen. In my opinion, we're too late, and people are not going to change because they're all this greedy bastards. Because they're the type of people to show the world that we're doing something, but they're not. They're showing massive companies abuse this world, abuse every material that we have. But in adverts, they show, are we reducing it? We're 10%.
This is using biodegradable plastic and shit
10%
like that.
of the plastic you use or reuse. So what about the 90%? What are you doing with that?
Yeah.
Throwing it into the sea.
Yeah.
99% of the
Exactly.
sea we
Yeah.
can't.
You're strangling crabs.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
90% of the sea is undrinkable, right?
Yeah.
Only 10% of it is drinkable,
Yeah.
right? And we're putting plastic and chemicals in there.
These
I'm not
fucking
here.
bastards.
I'm not here to say, prevent this, because
Fuck the
it's not
world.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
We're gonna die.
I don't want to live
Good
in
night.
this world.
Okay.
Wait, are you basically
Goodbye.
saying
No.
that you're not going to
No.
live long enough to really care, because it's
No,
not going to
man, it's
happen
just
within
like,
your
no,
lifetime?
I
You
want
fucking selfish cunt.
No, I'm
Do you
not
not
saying.
care about anything?
I'm not saying
in
that.
the
I'm like,
future?
if
I'm not saying that.
if
like.
I had the facilities as these big companies do, I don't know,
Yeah.
from Bill Gates to I don't know,
Like, yeah,
the-
even
it's
fucking
not
Jeff
as-
Bezos.
yeah, Jeff
Gerald
Bezos.
Loden here
He-
is the head of
fuck is
Amazon.
that?
He's the owner of
He-
Amazon.
yeah.
Like,
Okay.
You know, there was a talk, right? If you were born in the Middle Ages and you earned $5,000 every day
Mm.
to this day, right?
Yeah.
You'll still not be as rich as Jeff Bezos.
Yeah,
Did
fuck
he
yeah.
say like? Maybe I don't think it was him. I think
That-
it was Bill Gates.
probably
but-
Bill
My
Gates.
man had a divorce and he's
Yeah.
still rich.
Fucking hell.
She took 50% and he's like, take it. I don't care.
But didn't
I'm
Bill,
still rich.
Didn't Bill Gates? Yeah, Bill Gates said that like technically it would hit. If he dropped some money on the ground, it'd have to be at least $5 grand for him to
Fucking hell. I
bother.
wish I. Don't you wish you were that
No,
rich?
apparently
Oh,
Bill,
yeah, $5
Bill
grand.
Gates, apparently if he drops a $500,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
By the time he picks up, he was already made a.
Oh my God. No, but like, okay.
That's so depressing.
no,
Look
that's
at me,
actually
man.
Yeah,
stupid
no,
money.
but coming back to what
I contemplate dropping a penny.
Okay, the thing is, I know this isn't part of the part of the question, but
yeah, no one's answered my
no,
fucking
no,
question.
but with the button, I would only press it if you could get rid of the coronavirus.
Yeah, I'll press it for the corona. So I
but
can
so you'd-
everything
so
else,
I can
don't
go on
know.
holiday
I don't know what I would
happily.
do.
I
with
can
everything
go-
else.
So you'd rather if what?
Okay.
You'd rather get rid of the coronavirus than get rid of every illness.
No, the thing is, in an ideal world, yeah, I would. But then, like,
so what's
So
what,
wait.
what do we need with
Can
illness?
people
What-
still kill each other?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
it's illness, it's
Yeah.
disease, it's viruses, it's
No.
infections.
no, but like, do you remember that's what you were saying? Oh, we need diseases to sustain life.
In a sense,
Yeah,
it's
that's what
very
I mean.
depressing.
Yeah,
I know a lot of
yeah.
people would disagree with me. I don't know. It's
You
just-
can
I don't
still
know.
die from natural causes.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah,
a question
no.
of technical.
I don't
So
know.
natural causes can be disease. So you can catch a cold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
like me.
but, I mean, natural
Like
causes
I
such
have,
as
yeah.
like getting hit by a
Yeah.
car. That things can still happen.
Oh,
It's
fuck
just,
yeah,
it's
well,
obviously the
That's not
population
natural.
would go.
That's not a natural cause.
Yeah, is it?
What do you
I
mean?
guess
What,
it's
getting
not a
hit by a
natural
car?
cause.
Natural
no.
causes like I don't know.
What,
flooding,
old age?
I guess
flood-
natural old age.
That's
Old
a
age,
natural
yeah.
cause.
But
Well,
the
flooding,
flooding,
earthquake,
shit like
Yeah,
that.
that
Yeah,
nature.
it's just
Yeah.
disease. And everything like
I mean,
that.
What about cancer then?
yes, that as well.
yeah.
Everything.
No, the thing.
It's,
But that's a natural
No, I
cause
mean,
as well,
really,
right?
no.
yeah, it's
No,
disease.
So what
Oh,
are you
it's not
pressing?
disease.
No,
So
the
what are
thing
you
is-
pressing on that button?
You're
then?
pressing the button, right? It's a big green button. It's got
Yeah.
a smiley
Yeah.
face on it. Or something.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
press it. Everyone's like like I don't know, Wilma in the hospital in the hospice.
She's cured.
Suddenly the doctor goes, "You're gone. Get out."
Get out,
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah,
This
and
is
it
your
turns
I
out-
mean,
kid.
look-
but not only Wilma, everyone in the world in hospital
look.
is now fine.
Yeah, let's say it's in an ideal world. Yes,
after that-
I would love to. I'd love to get rid of all diseases.
So
but
what's
realistically-
exactly
I'd love-
what is holding you back?
Oh,
then,
I don't
sir?
know. It's just.
No, wait,
depressing,
I want
yeah.
to ask because you just say press the button, it's all cured, right?
I don't know.
And then
I
you
don't
say,
know.
"Oh,
I
natural
don't know.
causes
I don't
are
know, man.
our natural causes are okay."
So you know what?
So-
You need to have an answer to this, all right?
Where
Fuck
you
yeah.
bastards? Wait,
Right.
okay. So cancer is a natural cause, right? Or what? I don't know. I really don't know. So I'm not.
I'm saying, right?
Oh, I don't know,
Everything
man.
like a disease, everything like a virus, everything like an infection, completely gone.
Okay.
The only
So
way
the-
that you can get in hospital is if you break your leg, if you die of a natural cause,
What is a die of natural cause? That's what I want to ask.
if you get hit by a car, if you fall off a bridge, if you get shot, if you get, but it's not getting bitten by a poisonous spider, because that is an infection. That's a disease.
But that's
or
a
something
Yeah.
like that.
that's a natural cause. though,
Okay, well, my
That's the
wording's
thing.
wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
No,
say.
but
If you
can
give me,
how
if
do you not understand what I'm saying?
Because
I'm
a
saying
natural,
infection,
but
disease,
natural,
virus.
but natural causes, right, is
Yeah.
something that you cannot basically implement on yourself. So shooting yourself is natural cause because obviously that's a human doing it to another human, but this is not natural because you're
That's
you have a choice there.
That's a man-made
But say
cause.
if you're born with, I don't know, if God forbid anything happens to people like this, if you're born with cancer, that's a
Yeah.
natural cause because
Yeah.
no one could have stopped that.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, I guess so.
So
yeah.
then
No, but-
that's
no,
what
but that-
confuses
no.
me.
But
I'm-
is it natural because it's genetic?
Yeah.
Scientific, it's genetic.
Well, that's
though.
it goes into it opens
Natural,
another
does that-
can of beans,
yeah.
doesn't it? What's the question of? But I'm just saying simply.
So
stuff-
like
the
genetic
big stuff,
toxic.
the big stuff like cancer, like the coronavirus, like Ebola, all this shit
Yeah.
is gone. People don't. I don't. You know, it's up to you whether you want to throw in people who are born blind or deaf or that they have 3 eyes or something like that. It's completely up to you. It's
Yeah.
it's just. the question of would you
I'll do
get
that
rid
if I
of
was that.
technology? So so this iPhone is the last iPhone that goes off market.
To be honest,
how
well,
depressing is that?
that's not depressing.
Actually, it's more depressing having someone die of cancer than
Yeah.
having the last
but
fucking.
it's more depressing every year where people queue up for the same thing.
Yeah, but
what have they
don't-
changed in the iPhone?
Don't you think that people get bored if they can't advance in
No, people won't-
technology?
no,
what the
people-
fuck would Elon
people,
Musk?
no,
Elon Musk
people
do?
won't get bored. People will be more relieved of life
Yeah.
because they have this stress about continuing life and where do you reach death.
I would press it.
No,
I
you
press
would,
it.
man.
I would press it. I
But
would
don't
press
you
it.
think the pursuit
Yeah,
of
I would probably press it.
what humans are all about is finding problems, solving it in themselves? This is what technology is for. Technology is
But we solved it.
for.
We pressed the button.
Yeah.
We solved it. by pressing it.
Exactly. So
There
what
you
would
go,
we,
yeah.
what the fuck would we do with our lives?
But the way life is shown is through society, and society is moving forward.
But
But
think-
there was a period of time when who was moving forward? Like in a sense, people like Victorians, Romans.
Yeah.
These were the innovators. But the people who you see like in the jungles are the tribal people, right?
Yeah.
They stayed the same for so long, and they
Yeah.
stayed. It's
And
still,
also they're just
still
content
alive.
with their lot.
Yeah.
They're just happy
But like,
like
what,
that.
what do you want to develop more in life? We always say we want to continue technology to prevent
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
But pressing that button, we're
Yeah,
preventing
the thing
most
is-
of that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I prefer living in a society of technological advancements, but then, like you said, you have some of these tribes,
I
in
want-
certain
yeah.
areas of the world,
Yeah.
who still lead a very
Minimalistic,
primitive lifestyle.
yeah.
No technology, and they manage. You
So,
see all
yeah,
these
they-
villages and like
When
I
you
don't know
think about
where
people
Peru-
who
yeah.
there are people still living in islands where a fucking plane goes past. They think, what the fuck is
Yeah.
that? I don't even
Yeah.
know.
No,
what
and
that is.
they live without any technology. They still get on with their. I don't know.
So
It's
it's very
weird, right?
different. What do you expect of going Tanner? What's your perception? Why did you want to go? Like, what made you
You
think?
fucking forced me,
I
basically.
didn't force you.
I just imagine it. I hope it's going to be completely different. It's going to culturally just
Yeah.
open
Oh,
your
of course
mind
it will be. Yeah.
to see what other people are like.
Yeah.
I just want to bring up. Obviously, I obviously came from Sri Lanka, so I've
Yeah.
been into these kind of similar tropical place.
Yeah.
I've been to certain countries, and as well as Seoul.
Yeah.
You've been to countries. This is gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah.
obviously. You said
Yeah.
as
for
a kid.
this is gonna be a new.
You went to
experience.
Spain.
I just went when I was young and stuff like that.
So obviously you
Just-
don't like.
Why are you laughing?
No, I'm not laughing. I'm not saying this is gonna be like everything.
thing,
It's
yeah.
gonna
Big thing
everything
for
is
you.
big to you in
Yeah,
a
yeah.
sense
Yeah,
where
yeah.
obviously it's all of us going by ourselves for the first time. This is the second time going by yourself for you
Yeah.
because you done the Euro.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
yeah,
how? Oh wait,
yeah.
can we just quickly say how was that, Saul? So what
Mm.
did you exactly do? Well, you went
well,
interrailing.
Yeah, I went interrailing, which was when for just over 2-3 weeks.
Can
I
you
can't
quickly
remember.
explain what interrailing
Exactly.
is? Just
No,
for-
interrailing. It's where you travel across Europe and you take the train.
Mm.
You don't fly anywhere. I mean, some people do, but I think that's cheating, and it would be
I thought
Into
I
fly.
thought the definition was just jumping from loads of countries.
Loads
Yeah,
of
no,
countries.
that is it. But
Okay.
typically you do it,
In
by
the train. Yeah.
by train. Yeah,
Yeah.
and no, it's fun, man. The places that you go to, like Amsterdam, that was interesting.
Yeah.
To
Okay.
say the least.
So what did you do
Yeah.
there, Saul? what were the things that you got up to? there?
Yeah, no, I had a brownie.
You had a
which,
brownie. Oh,
I'm
just a
white
normal
tea.
brownie.
What other
Yeah,
countries?
normal
'Cause no,
brownie.
we-
Yeah, definitely.
No,
normal brownie.
We've
everything.
all heard about Amsterdam. What other countries did you get to visit? 'Cause obviously
I
didn't.
went to Prague, Budapest.
Yeah.
Where else did I go?
Did you stay in a hotel at Budapest? Did you stay at the Grand
No,
Budapest Hotel?
I wish.
What was?
And I also went to Berlin, which
Wow.
is a great bit.
But what-
Did you
what
get to
was-
see the fall in Berlin Wall?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
Sorry for
yeah.
interrupting you.
What was your experience in Amsterdam? What did you see there?
No.
I saw the red light district, which it's a weird experience because you feel bad because you see all these women there. I mean, on the one hand, they obviously they agree to it.
Oh,
Because
wait,
the sex
what are-
industry is like it kind of underpins their culture, but you just feel shit. For
What are
looking,
they
man.
doing? What,
Yeah,
No, they just
basically.
that you see them in these like very brightly lit windows, and then you can like knock on the door and ask them, do you
How
want to be?
much?
No, how much for being sucked on?
yeah.
Do you know,
Well,
yeah.
so what are they doing? They just dancing.
They're just
right,
like,
basically?
yeah,
like a doner kebab.
Yeah.
Like, just on a spit, just like
yeah, but
spinning
then
around.
like with
It's
Amsterdam
disgusting.
culturally, the red light district and weed. That's what
Yeah.
is
And then
there.
didn't
There's
you
just
get
a
kicked
lot of-
out of the cinema?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I was watching Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Well, why
and
did
I
you
got
get kicked out?
I was sick because of the brownie. Yeah.
Oh bloody hell! You must have some reaction to
Yeah,
brownie.
Oh yeah, you told me the story about where you lost your fucking
Oh
passport.
fucking hell!
Yeah, this is another thing about Saul.
This
right?
is the only story that kind of gets me scared. Obviously, we're going there.
He's so thoughtless when it comes to everything. You just
Every-
slip your credit card in a fucking
Yeah, yeah.
like.
I remember we
Pocket.
went
I've got that
we went fucking clubbing, right? And this guy dropped his license and then we went back and forth looking at these streets, and these
yeah.
guys just kept on looking at us like, oh yo, what are you guys looking for?
Yeah.
And then he just goes, like obviously we need now go into the club, and then we were lucky because we extended
just
to-
let him in.
let us in, but
No, we didn't even explain. He was just like, yeah.
I just showed mine, and Vinny showed his, and
Yeah,
then
it's like, yeah,
yeah.
When I mean show, I showed my driver's license.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that wasn't my finest moment, and I regret that. It was
And then
fucking
what happened?
stupid.
You lost your passport, right, in the interrailing, and
Yeah.
you got
Got stranded in a place called Ljubljana, which is in Slovenia. For those of you that don't know the place, and I had to get a temporary
oh
passport.
yeah, you went into the
The embassy.
Embassy.
They have the British embassy there.
So obviously, I
Yeah.
haven't been in that situation, but if anything happens when we go to Thailand, we can go to the British
Yeah, you have
embassy
to
and-
find the British embassy in Thailand, but they
Save
might not have
us,
it. They might not.
please.
I don't know if they have it in Phuket. You might have to fly all the way to Bangkok.
Fuck
Yeah,
it out.
yeah,
but
probably,
still-
Yeah.
No, I think Phuket has his own embassy.
Yeah,
to be honest,
British
it's not-
embassy. I
But,
think.
but
I don't
still,
know.
when you came back, you're probably like really, really tired and everything.
Well,
like that.
after the trip.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Probably had a bit of post-depression.
Mm.
But after that initial thing, did you think, you know what? I'm completely open culturally. I've seen.
Yeah, no,
what it's like to-
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I've been to fucking Amsterdam for crying out loud.
Yeah.
That's
You've never been to Amsterdam, Ricos? I've never been to Amsterdam. Obviously,
I've-
Saul, you have
I
had
have.
the luxury of that. But say if you were walking past, you were a little bit drunk, and you saw a woman, in one of the windows, and you thought, you know what, she's fucking gorgeous. Would you ever do that? Would you
No.
ever stoop that low?
No, I don't think so.
no,
Would you?
that's-
Even if you were that drunk.
it's horrible
To
thought.
be honest,
isn't
I
it?
might go in there and be like, hey, what's up? And then come out. I would never just pay, bro. Nah.
No.
Really? That's
To
good.
be honest, I think paying is just.
It's horrible, isn't it? In
Yeah.
exchange for
Really
you want
nice.
sex, because
Yeah.
it's so far removed, and there's no love involved. Obviously that's quite cringe. But it's true though. There's no feelings involved. It's
Fuck
Yeah.
just a
It's just
clinical
wrong,
shag.
man.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
But what if she was like, I don't know, what if she looked like Margot Robbie?
No, I still. Nah.
Oh,
Lily,
so-
wait, you had a
so-
pause.
No,
He's
no,
like,
no, no, no,
Maybe.
I wouldn't.
Oh, you know what? So,
Even if she looked like Florence Pugh as well, and
Yeah.
or Anna Dialmas.
Even Amelia Clark.
Don't say that. Now you're making me.
If, if
fucking
Anna
hell.
de Armas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is that
You-
Knives Out? One
Yeah.
of the best parts of that film.
Anna de Armas.
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
fucking sick.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
So, well, you know what? You were nearly decent, but then you gave it away at the end. Anyway, thank you so much for
Thank
watching,
you,
guys.
guys.
I hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah.
And yes, goodbye.
I hope you're all still alive.